Good morning, Vicki. How are you this morning?
I'm doing really well, and like I said, I'm so thankful to be part of such a wonderful family. Ken is such an awesome.
And Vicki, you know, we go back from the very beginning, so we've been able to watch this baby just grow. And we've just, you know, been with Mel and Amy Gill for years, even before Ken came to the table. So we know where we're going. We know where the future lies with Team Effort International.
Yeah. So bright, we had to all wear sunglasses.
We did, because our future was very bright. I remember that.
This was the first meeting we had. We got sunglasses.
Yes, we did. Everybody had to put on sunshades. And we were in a room. Everyone had to put on sunshades. And Mel said, you know why you have these sunshades on? And I said, no, Mel, why are we sitting in this room with these sunshades on? He said, because your future is very bright. Well, thank you, Vicki. Well, family, who else is with us this morning? Go right ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay. California.
Ooh, California's in the house. Welcome, welcome to the call.
Yes.
Good morning,
South Carolina. Good morning, everybody.
Hi, good morning. How are you? Is that Selma?
Yes, it is. I'm fine, thank you.
Great. Good to hear you this morning.
All right.
Who else is with us? Who else is with us? Introduce yourself.
Good morning, loves. Patricia, a.k.a. Prime Love from Sacramento, California. And Wayne.
Good morning, Prime Love. How are you, dear?
Good morning, Pastor Denise. And I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to say happy birthday to you and Pastor Dale yesterday, but happy belated birthday.
Bless your heart, lady. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, you're more than welcome, my love.
TV Common Family, who is with us this morning? Introduce yourself.
Paul Jackson from Mount Heights, Maryland. Good morning.
Hello, Mr. Jackson. How are you, sir?
Doing great. Magnificent day. Magnificent day.
A beautiful day indeed. A beautiful day, a beautiful week, a beautiful month. A lot to be thankful for.
Oh, yeah. Give me thanks every day.
Come on, family. I'm going to mute Al, who is with us. Introduce yourself. Where are you calling this from?
Jesse Bowden, Maryland.
All right, Mr. Bowden. You call for work, like I can tell.
Exactly. Still getting it in there, Pastor Denise.
The conference is now in presentation mode. Your line is muted.
So precious when you want to take that positive listen to look. I'm at work, boy, I might get caught, but I'm a dial in and listening. I'm a whisper my name. But that's good. That's a good thing. Thank you for, for wanting to be here, for wanting to be a part of the great things that's happening every day in Team Effort Network, and all the great calls and the great speakers and the great leaders and people that we have on this call. It's something that you want to dial in and be a part of every day. You never know what you're going to hear. Like I said, it's going to move you from facts to faith to action. But we are looking at a year where we have so much to be grateful for. And as Vicki was sharing, when Mel invited us to the secret meeting, we were sitting there, Kevin Vaughn, Vicki Soto, Mr. T, Pastor Dale, myself, and he had everyone that's on these sunshades. They were really dark shades. And we're sitting in this room, and everybody's sitting there with these big sunshades on. I think we got a really good picture of that too, Vicki. And we're sitting there, okay, so what's happening? What's happening? And Mel's like, well, do you know why you got these shades? I was like, no, Mel, what's up? He said, because your future is so bright. And so Mel and Amy Gill, being the visionaries of Team Effort International, they see way ahead. They see where we're going. And I know the vision that they have is incredible. And they've written this vision. They've made it plain. And now you have the opportunity to be a part of such a big vision, such a big dream, such a big purpose that is taking place in this earthly realm. And we're thankful for Mel and Amy Gill for being visionaries, for being people of faith, for being people that dream big, that believe in their cares about the lives of so many people. And because of that, we're able to be a part of what's changing the world, where health and wellness is a part of that. And don't forget, you still have the opportunity. You got a few days to become an executive founding member of such an awesome company. You still got a few days to get that done. It can be done in a day, it can be done in a couple of days, but you still can get it done if you want. And the promotion, as we know, get 2 new business partners, diamond business partners, one on the left, one on the right. help them to get to executive level. And you are an executive founding member of one of the best companies, I think, that's hit the market in the last 20 years. And you also will walk across the stage at our one-year birthday celebration in 2015 to receive a $1,000 bonus check. I tell you, you're in the right place at the right time, family. It only gets better here. I'm going to stop here and bring on my business partner, Pastor Del Wafer. Are you there, sir? You there, Pastor Dale? And if he's not, I'm going to go ahead and be more than happy to bring on our speaker for today. I've been watching this lady. I get a joy. And if you're not a part of Facebook, I would suggest that you get on Facebook because you really get to stay up to date with what's happening in people's lives in North Carolina and California and Atlanta, in Maryland and Washington, all around the globe. You see all these wonderful pictures that people are posting, and they're becoming team builders, they're becoming executives, they're having their TTPs, or they're having big events, charity events. But I would suggest that you get on Facebook just so you can just kind of always be in tune with what's happening around the globe with Team Effort Network. And this lady here, I've been watching her on Facebook, and I've been watching her just grow in the business, and I've met her at a couple events in North Carolina, and of course, big events as well. And she has such a beautiful spirit. She's so sweet. She's coachable. She's taking action. She's making it happen. She's making a difference in people's lives. She's a beautiful person. And I can't wait to hear her story. So let us welcome to the call from North Carolina, Miss Linda Moss. Linda, are you there?
I am here, Pastor Denise. That was just the sweetest introduction. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you loud and clear, and you deserve every bit of it, lady. I've been really keeping an eye on you, even at the events, watching your sweet spirit go around and contacting with everybody and sharing your smile and your hugs. And I just can't wait to hear. I can't wait for everyone to hear what this phrase and how your life has changed since you've become a part of Team Effort Network.
Well, girl, I'm going to start out by telling everybody Happy Thanksgiving, first of all, because it's taken on a whole new meaning for me, and I'm a very thankful person. But I'm going to be honest with you, this year, I feel like my life, I'm just floating on a cloud right now, just feeling amazing. I really don't think I ever really knew what it was to feel this great, to be honest with you, because I've never eaten healthy. I've never really been a healthy person. I've never really been one to go to the doctor. I just kind of get through my day. I mean, I'm a pretty positive person about things, but I just make it each day. I just make it and just do whatever I can do for others, but I don't do too many things for myself. And I'm going to be honest with you. I started the 10 sprays, basically not for myself, but for my husband. And that's usually how I roll. I do things for others first, and I don't take care of myself. But if we don't take care of ourselves, how can we take care of those that we love and those around us? So I did want to start with that. And I also wanted to say that y'all are going to laugh at me, but I can be up in front of 1,000 people and not be one bit nervous. But one of my fears is phone calls. I know that is so silly. But I'm scared of phone calls, and nobody can see me right now, but I'm like petrified. So this is like this is an act of faith. God wants us always to step out and step up, and I'm going to listen to him. He's been tapping me on the shoulder so much the past 2 or 3 months, and for a change, I'm not humbling back down. I'm listening. I'm still humble, but I'm listening. And I feel like he's brought these sprays into my life via Christy Fair, one of my best buddies, who I adore her and believe everything she says. But I'm going to just tell y'all my story as quickly as I can. My husband was 617 pounds 3 years ago. I was 395 pounds 3 years ago. And God stepped in with a tool that helped us. It was just a nutritional shake, but it was a step out of the darkness. We were able to use it to lose some weight. We lost a lot of weight. The year that we found this, we had just experienced a lot of grief. Actually, 5 immediate family members in a matter of less than 2 years had passed away in our family. Cancer. We had actually, Robbie's sister had esophageal cancer, and she passed away. And her husband, our brother-in-law, had died a year and a half before on dialysis from diabetes. He died of a massive heart attack. So they had a 9-year-old daughter, Shelby, my niece, and we gained custody of her through all of the death and the tragedies. But it's all been a blessing. It was all part of God's plan. We know this. But we were in a bad place. We were depressed. I had so much to be thankful for, but at the same time, I didn't really know how to feel happy, and I was embarrassed that I didn't feel happy. We get that way. We get guilty if we're feeling depressed because we do have so much to be thankful for. But I'm totally convinced that my husband was in a really deep depression, and we gained a lot of weight. And then probably 5 or 6 months after all of this tragedy in our family, we found the shakes, and we lost a lot of weight, and then everything was going great. I had my husband back. He was feeling wonderful. He'd lost about 225 pounds, and he was literally over a 2 or 3 week period was stricken with rheumatoid arthritis, just severe, crippling in his feet, and he could hardly on some mornings move his hands at all. It was rough because it just came on. It felt like literally he went to bed one night and the next day he woke up and he had this problem. I know it wasn't that quick, but it probably was over a 3 or 4 week period. It got really severe. So he was put on medication and they were treating him. To make a long story short, it got so bad that he couldn't put his feet on the floor in the morning. I would lay in the bed beside of him and he would set the alarm to get up pretty much 45 minutes to an hour before me because it took him so long to get going. And I would hear him over there. Never would let him know I was awake. But I would hear him over there just grimacing and huffing and blowing and just making the most pitiful sounds, almost in tears, just dreading the actual act of putting his feet on the floor. And it just broke my heart. And then we'd get to Duke. We both work at Duke Hospital. We'd get there, and it's like a 50-minute drive. So you know how your body can get a little tight when you're in the car for a long time? He would get to the parking lot, and literally it would take him 10 minutes to get his nerve up to step out of the car, and probably about 15 minutes to walk from the car to the door, which we have a special parking place that because we have a lot of friends in high places and low places too, but they had worked it out where he could park really close to the door because of this situation. So it was just all he could do to get into the shop where we worked, which was right inside the door of the children's hospital. But Christy sent me the sprays, I'm going to say around Valentine's Day, and I'm a truthful person, so I got to be honest, I didn't touch them for over a month. And I know that's just crazy. But when we finally did, it was almost, I didn't immediately notice, but within 3 weeks, Robbie was almost a different person. I'm going to say probably 40, 50%. He was cutting his Motrin down from a whole entire bottle of Motrin a week to possibly just taking it twice a week. Now, I can honestly say a bottle of Motrin is lasting him a solid month and a half to 2 months. That's one of the big bottles. He hardly ever has to take it anymore. It's amazing how he's walking. It's amazing how happy he seems. We're doing all the sprays. We're not just doing 1 or 2. I'm doing all of them. And the only one that I really was interested in the beginning was the Slim, because I had put on some weight through just worrying about him and just not being able to exercise because he couldn't exercise. But I'm doing them all. I've never felt this good. I'm I totally believe there's some type of happy juice somewhere in one of the, I guess it's B-Boost. I don't know what it is, but I call it happy juice because nothing bothers me. I still smile. I get disappointed sometimes, but it doesn't envelop me and cast a shadow on me like sometimes it would before. I just get on with it. And I just have never known what vitamins, what something natural can do so much for our bodies. And it breaks my heart to see. You know, I work at Duke, and I see more than a lot of people how unhealthy people are. And, you know, the longest lines at the hospital aren't just in the cafeteria. They're in the pharmacy. People lined up waiting to get those prescriptions. It's just heartbreaking. And I'm just excited to be part of this team. And I just want to share it with everybody. Now, my belief is if it's possible to have 150% belief, that's where mine's at right now. Every day I'm experiencing some type of new blessing from it. I was telling them at our meeting, our Super Saturday in Danville Saturday, that normally after I sit there listening, if I get called up to talk, which I really didn't know when I was going to be called up to give my testimony, but normally I would just pray that I wouldn't fall because my feet and legs would go to sleep. No matter where I was at, my feet and my legs would automatically go to sleep from over 25 minutes of sitting. And I got up and I said, this right here, y'all, is the first blessing. I can get up without falling flat on my face in front of y'all because my legs aren't going to sleep anymore. So it's something every single day I'm noticing. And it's just all the vitamins, the nutrition in my body right now from the sprays. I just appreciate the opportunity to be here and just meeting all of y'all and talking to all of y'all. And I hope each one of you is equally or half as blessed as I feel like I am today. I hope y'all have a good Thanksgiving.
Wow. Well, Linda, first of all, let me say congratulations on overcoming your fear of talking on the phone. It's just showing how you are just getting your life back in so many areas. And Linda, it shows through your face. When you look at that little face of yours, it's just so lit up. Your eyes are bright. You get a big smile. I remember in North Carolina, you were at the North Carolina event the last time Pastor Bill and I were there, correct? You and your husband.
I was at Greensboro. My husband wasn't, but I was.
You were there, and you were sitting near the front, and you just had this big glow on your face and this friendly smile. And to hear your story, because I didn't really know your story, this is actually my first time hearing your story like that. And I had no idea that you had the fear of being on the phone. So I'm so grateful that you pushed past that. Nikisha Vaughn spoke yesterday. She spoke Monday on fear. Pushing past that fear. But the great thing about it is when you get your life back, when you start feeling good, when you feel good, you act good, you look good, you overcome those little fears to try to keep you in bondage. I'm just so happy to hear your story, and I just pray that you continue to share the story of you and your husband and how the vitamin sprays in such a short period of time. You said within 3 weeks, your husband began to notice a difference, and I was picturing, you waking up, and hearing your husband going through all this moaning and groaning and the discomfort of just trying to get up. People wake up in the morning and they just can't even get out of the bed, or it takes them 10 to 15 minutes just to turn and put their feet on the bed because of what they're dealing with. And to hear now that your husband is feeling better, he's walking better, he's happy. Like you said, I don't know which one it is, but it's like the happy juice. I think Vicky Total calls the B boost the happy juice. I don't know which one it is either. I don't know if it's Super 10. Well, I think they all the happy juice. But
I agree.
The fact that he's lowered his medication. He's not taking as much medication as he was taking, which is another good thing. And the fact that you said, and knowing, just taking nutrition, just putting the right amount of nutrition in your body would make such a big difference. And it's more than just, look at the difference in your life. I just hope people can hear this. You hear this? The sprays have just, like she said, just a little nutrition in her body. Look how it has just totally turned her and her husband's life around. That is priceless. I'm sorry, but they went from being depressed and the fact of being embarrassed because you were not happy. That's such a bondage to live in. Can you imagine that? Those who are listening, just being embarrassed because you're unhappy and just being depressed, and because of that, you gain weight because you're trying to, comfort that feeling for whatever reason. But now, because of these sprays, and Linda, you said you're taking all the sprays, correct?
I do every single one of them, so I couldn't really pinpoint which one's helping me the most because I don't care. I'm going to do them all no matter what.
And it's so great to hear your story and how these sprays are just giving you and your husband's life back. I'm so happy for you. I really am. And I understand that were you been congratulated for being a team builder?
Yes, that was so exciting. That made my day Friday. I was at the hospital and I kept hearing my phone buzzing. I said, "What's going on Facebook?" And then I saw that Christy had posted that, and it made my day.
Yes. Well, congratulations. And that came from sharing your story, right, Linda?
That's right. And I appreciate it, Pastor Denise, you asking me, because it really, I can't not share it. So it did make me overcome this crazy, it may be crazy, but this crazy, weird fright I have over being on any kind of conference call. So thank you so much. You're just a blessing.
Oh, thank you for taking that positive risk. And you know what? I just see great things happen for you. I want to thank Christy for reaching out to you and offering grace to you. Because if Christy never did that, your situation may not have changed. So thank the leaders. Yeah, isn't that right? It just may have never changed. And thank you for, even though it took you a month, you finally went ahead and opened that spray and you started taking it. What made you finally start taking it? This is what I want to know, because sometimes we as representatives, we give our sprays away because out of our heart, we're really trying to help someone, and they have the audacity to set them up somewhere. So what made you finally say, let me start taking these sprays?
You want to know the honest truth, because I always have to keep it real. Valentine's Day, it's just so crazy the way my brain works. I'm like an all or nothing person. If I'm not doing it all, I'll just say, well, I'm going to wait till I can do it all. So Valentine's Day is one of Duke's biggest fundraisers at the hospital, and I'm in charge of our big fundraiser, and it had snowed. If y'all remember last year, this past February, we had all of that snow during Valentine's, and I got snowed in at the hospital for 3.5 days setting up my big fundraiser. So it was crazy. And I had my box of sprays in the car. And I kept thinking, you know what? The way Christy's talking about these sprays, I may have been a little bit smarter to break open that tape on that box and use them, because I'm going to need all the nutrition I can get for the next 3.5 days. But when it was all over, you just go through this like adrenaline rush, because it's so awesome being around all the people and just seeing all the patients. You got balloons and flowers and chocolate, and everybody's happy, and people were snowed in. It was just kind of a weird but fun event. And I remember thinking when it was all over, I cannot believe I was on pure adrenaline for this many days, and now all I want to do is sleep. I was exhausted and wore out for the 2 weeks past Valentine's, and then when I finally woke up from the coma from Valentine's, I said, "This is it. There's no more excuses. We're going to do this." And Robbie said, "What can it hurt? Nothing else is really, really helping me that much." So we did it.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So what you mean to tell me? It took you being snowed in for 3 days to try to write in the sprays.
It took exhaustion for that.
Okay, Sally, that's a good tip, because we got some snow get right hit us. So my thing is, get the spray to your prospect. They may be snowed in for a couple of days. While they snowed in, then you call them, look, open that spray and start spraying. And if you need to get Linda to do a 3-way call for you, get Linda to do a 3-way call so she can tell. Take them while you're snowed in. Wow. Well, Linda, thank you for your story. It's beautiful. And I am glad that you finally opened up those sprays and took them. And it shocks me sometimes when I hear, people have this praise and they haven't, they haven't taken it. I can't, it just, I can't figure it out. But I thank God that people are really beginning to see that these praise are amazing, and they do exactly, in many of our lives what we really need them to do. And your story is one of those. Keep telling your story, Linda. Keep posting your pictures on Facebook. I love that picture of you taking a selfie of yourself, taking a picture of yourself and feeling good about yourself. And I just love that picture. You got this beautiful smile. And so keep your story going. Keep sharing it, because that's how you're going to help other people become team builders. And that's how you're going to get to executive. And that's how you're going to win your Mercedes-Benz or your BMW or Tesla. That's how you're going to become a one-star. And that's how you're going to get to where you want to go and team up the network, just by sharing your story. It's amazing. It's beautiful. It's warm. It's loving. And people need to hear it. Thank you for being with us today, Linda.
Thank you so much, Denise.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's go out to Atlanta, Georgia, to one-star Kevin Vaughn. Is Pastor Dole, are you there? Did you make it in? I think Pastor Dole's traveling. So let's go out to Atlanta, Georgia, one-star Kevin Vaughn. Are you there, sir? With our close for
Absolutely.
Today?
Absolutely, Pastor. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. I hear you loud.
Oh, great. Well, thank you so much. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening if you're listening all around the world. Hey, Pastor, did you had a birthday yesterday, and Pastor Dale did I get that right? You guys had birthdays this week? Is that true? Wow. How was it? How was your birthday?
Birthday, Kevin, is actually on the same day, so both of our birthdays.
Yeah, absolutely. Caught that. Yeah, I said, wow, that was pretty cool, man. That was a great time to be able to answer to both of you guys on the same day. That was great. I just trust you had a great day. I'm sure you did. And again, happy birthday from all the Atlanta. I know you're going to be celebrating all month anyway, so keep rolling. That's great. Hey, Pastor, we got TTP. Got a TTP in Atlanta, ladies and gentlemen, for all those who have business partners or potential people that want to see the sprays, see the presentation, get training. We got our presentation tonight, ladies and gentlemen, in the Atlanta, Georgia areas, and actually in Kennesaw. We want to encourage everybody to come out and support that and be a part of that as well. We start at 7 o'clock on the dot, and that'll be in Kennesaw, Georgia. But go to Win with 10, T-E-N, winwith10, TEN.com/calendar for the details. Or, of course, you can call me at 404-401-0233, 401-0233 for more details. But that's our TTP, Pastor, on Tuesday nights, and we're excited about keeping it rolling, and we're excited about what Mel and Amy Gill and Mr. Gill have given to us. All I wanted to say, everybody, is keep moving. And our quotes are just on that. Are you ready for some quotes, Pastor? Are you ready for some quotes? Woohoo! I'm ready. Here we go. I hope these bless you today. I hope these take you to another level. But the goal this week is keep moving. Here, our first quote of the day starts off from Karen Lamb. Karen says, "A year from now, you will wish you had started today." Woo-hoo! Pastor, did y'all hear that? Ooh, how many times have we said that? A year from now, you will wish you had started today, ladies and gentlemen. Do not say that to yourself next year this time. Start right now, and you're going to be glad you started today building your wonderful 10 business. Hey, Bob Proctor says, it doesn't matter where you are. You are nowhere compared to where you can go. Woo! Y'all hear that? Y'all going somewhere. Everybody is moving forward, and believe me, guys, next year this time, you're going to be glad you started today. Hey, Andre Guide says, man cannot discover new oceans unless he has the courage to lose sight of the shore. Did you hear that, Pastor? You got to get off the shore. You got to get off the shore. There's an ocean. 3/4 of the planet is ocean, ladies and gentlemen. So you got to get off the shore to enjoy the fruits of the labor that we have. Hey, our last quote of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're excited about what you're doing and what you're all about. And of course, we're also excited about helping others. We're just so proud of Linda and her family, and just more and more is coming. We're just very, very humbled that you guys are enjoying the sprays and getting the results. But the last quote comes from Maria Robinson. She says, nobody can go back and start a new beginning, but anyone can start today and make a new ending. Back to you, Pastor. Wow.
Love it, love it, love it. Start today, family. Start right now. Whatever it is you want to do, start right now. Look what Linda did. Linda picked up those sprays and she started those sprays. And she got her husband on those sprays. And now look at them. Look at them.
Wow.
Living a life that they wanted that pain-free. Her husband had crippling arthritis and you just living in pain. And now look at where they are. I mean, family, you got to share these praise. You got to help someone and that you know is going on. Everybody's got to be the Christy here. Everybody's got to be the one that's here. Let me give you these praise. And I hear what you're going through. I know what you're going through, and I'm telling you, this is something that just might help. It just might be the answer. So you're going to see a lot of family members this week that you haven't seen in a while. And some of you are going to be traveling, and some are going to have family that are coming in. Have the praise with you. Have them available. Have some of the testimonies ready to share. Write them out or print them out. They're all on Facebook. They're all over the place. And some they're on the website, on the TV, on the Team Effort TV. Some of the testimonies are there. They're on YouTube. Go to YouTube and just type in Pastor Denise. All of the East Coast testimonies will come up. And just sit around with your friends and family that you know are going through something. Some may be depressed. Some may be in pain. And some may be facing death. I don't know. But take a positive risk and share these wonderful and amazing sprays. Somebody's going to take a phone. Got some feedback coming in. Share these wonderful, amazing sprays with your family while you're together this weekend. And let them bring in 2015 in a way that they've never felt before. Be thankful for where we are. We have so much to be thankful for. I'm grateful for people like Linda and her stories and your stories as well.
Yeah.
Well, it has been a great week, Kevin. It's been a great call.
Yes.
I'll tell you. And there's a TCP tonight in Atlanta, Georgia. Get your guests there. Let them see the full presentation. Let them meet Kevin Vaughn. Would you like to meet Kevin Vaughn? If you haven't, you want to meet him. He's just going to embrace you and share some wonderful stories to you. So, don't forget tonight, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mr. T, Show Me the Money, will be on tonight. And Mr. T always has some amazing testimony on his call as well. Mr. T is a great leader. I'm going to get him on the morning call a little bit more. I know he's busy doing things, but we got to get him on the morning call. I know we got to get him on the morning call sometimes too. But join us tonight. 8 o'clock p.m. Has some great stories and always break down the compensation plan and the benefits, how we benefit financially from being a part of what we're doing at Team of the Network. And then, of course, it's all about the lovely Pat and Ed Lowe at 9 o'clock p.m. The North Carolina team with Cheryl Church. My goodness, such great leaders we have here. So join those calls tonight. Get your guests on. Let them hear what's happening. And don't forget to join the Spanish call that's going to take place today at 9 or 10 Pacific a.m. and 12:10 Eastern Standard Time, right here, the same number. And with that, I say be back with us tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock a.m. Pacific, 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And know this, family, you are loved and you are so greatly appreciated. Go out there, have a great day. God bless you all.